I wonder how our village fares. Mayhap we ought to stop by.
Very well.
I'll guide you there directly.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Heavens, no!
I find any turncoat.
I'll not take that from you.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Always gotta be in the thick of things, me. You'd think they'd learn by now, not to creep up on me.
Go on, have a look. I'm tired. Let me think on this.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Pleasure doing business with you. Interested in my wares?
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
Here we are.
Follow me. Follow me, Arisen. And before I forget, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
Right, just follow me.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. You'll not live to regret this!
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
Follow me.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Look there. I espy another statue.
Why don't we go take a look?
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
Right you are.
Right, just follow me. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Are at your disposal.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
And so, the run begins again. Are you risen?
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
'Tis easily done.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Here, if you please. This way, if you please, Master. thought I had met my end. My thanks to you, Arisen. I wonder how Harve Village fares. Mayhap we ought to stop by.
Very well.
I'll guide you there directly.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Come to think of it, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of them.
Prepare for battle!
On my way!
I'm in your debt.
Never you fret. We all have our moments.
Wish me to return? At once, Master.
I'll hold the enemy in place.
Aptly said.
'Tis a foe worthy of picture. Not to say our best.
Perhaps. Well-aimed strike, right where it hurts. We pulled through in the end. For a moment there, I feared we would not.
Fortune favours us, 'twould seem.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this. Would that such tranquility could last.
There's no great shock to me.
The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Here, if you please.
I doubt ice will be of any use against it. Are the rest of you bearing all right? For the sake of our fallen allies, we must fight on.
Would seem our foe has lost their vim.
We must make the most of this opportunity.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. would have me lead. Consider it done. You'll not live to regret this! How many times have we camped here now?
Naught like a feast to get you ready for bed.
I quite agree. Lest we recuperate our strength before we set off again. Follow me then, unless you doubt my sense of direction.
Think I can manage?
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again, if you can believe it. Just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi! What are you doing, standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas, this is the good sir I spoke of, the one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the only one upon whom we can depend.
I can guide you. These Saurians are a stubborn lot. What say we make them think twice about settling in again?
We ought to proceed with caution.
This creature is hard as stone, making it ideal for tossing at our other foes.
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
You've pushed your luck too far.
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Har Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. 'Twould seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude, Sir Arisen. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
A ruder fellow I never met. The village's troubles are far from done, if you ask me. The old man is strange in word and deed, yet I can't quite bring myself to dismiss his tales for all that.
Curious, isn't it?
You're no fisher. I can tell at a glance.
This place makes my hair stand on end.
I feel eyes on my back, watching. Seems my heart.
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
I cannot take more of this.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own.
That's a dread if I ever saw one! What's the right everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen. No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
My magics are at your disposal! seen the creature was carrying something. Fret's not! I'll make the cover, eh?
Let's keep still a moment.
Not compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you? It isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
Let us return once we've grown tired. It's broken, but do you think there's still a way forward here?
Heavens, no!
At least I can go with my head held high.
That's enough. You must wait!
You can count upon my aid! That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive. Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Once more! I'll gather this. It might be of use.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
I suppose your wounds won't heal themselves? Best keep still a moment.
Hoi, friend! Have you any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
I quite agree.
Gather round.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man want...
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Aye, got some coin to spare you. And what would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale.
This really is
Now, listen close, and your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Birkin, which lives on to this day.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't,
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Tell is, the nobles are all in a flurry, ingratiating themselves with the sovereign. That's why they've been holding all these fancy masquerades, see? They're supposed to lift his spirits or some such. I've got to wonder what comfort ale and dancing are to a man who's been charred to a crisp. But I suppose I'm just jealous. Imagine having naught better to do than drink and revel the night away.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Lots to do.
I fear I've naught useful to share.
You! Huh. Huh.
This looks like trouble.
What are you up to? What do you want?
All I've got left of my 18 pennies. I'm in fine fettle today.
would have me lead. Consider it done.
I only work when I fancy, but I get by.
Faring well, I hope. Can I throw in?
Time. This place is too comfortable.
You!
Huh.
Everyone's as tired as I am.
Pleasant breeze.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords.
Need anything?
It gladdens the heart to see so many smiles about.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Don't bother talking to me if you've naught to offer.
Now this is a conundrum.
Suppose I ought to check.
I'd prefer a sardine.
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done?